Hey guys, welcome to my channel AI Simplified. In today's video, we will be talking about AI tools that every developer should integrate in their programming to increase their productivity and make your life much easier. So the tools that I have chosen for this video are very easy to integrate and it doesn't and they don't require any special skills to start working with. So the first one you see is ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure you have heard about it somewhere, and if you are not using it already in your programming, then it's the right time to start. So the first use case that I use ChatGPT for is when I don't have any idea about something, let's say a software to install or any program that I have not worked with earlier, then this is the place where I go. So, for example, I want to know how to set up Azure function, and you write it here. So, ChatGPT will give you a step by step instruction how to set it up, and you can see here it's just giving you all the information that you require to start with this. So if you want to get exact steps, you can write how to set up Azure function in Visual Code. And here it tells you all the steps that you need to do, and yeah, and then you can see this is how you can find the steps that you need to do some installation of a program or something, or some application that you have not worked before. The other use case I use it is to write me some code. So I can write me an Azure function in Python for REST for API calls. And here you get the code that you can just copy paste in your ID, and then it and you are good to go. So this helps to save lot of time than reading the documents, official documents, or going through the, yeah, different tutorials or watching some videos on YouTube. The other use case that I use ChatGPT is for error resolution. So for example, I can write here some command like is that command not found, and then here you get the steps or some solution that you can follow to counter this error. And so far from my experience, I never have to go more than these out of these solutions, so something will work out of these four, and I don't have to go to Stack Overflow or some other portal to look for answers. So ChatGPT really saves a lot of time for searching, that we have to spend as a developer to search for errors online. Yeah, but I feel that's also a downside, because when you are looking for answers on these Stack Overflow or some other website, then you also go through, you learn a lot by reading other people answer, or knowing about some other features that you don't know. Yeah, so this is the first AI tool that I want to talk about. The second one is coding assistants. As you can see, there I have PyCharm, and in the uh, right corner is, so the next AI tool that I want to talk about is coding assistant. So there are a lot of coding assistant now available in the market, like Star Coder, which is like from Hugging Face, and it's free of cost. Then we have GitHub Copilot, and your and then the other one is Ghostwriter code. I am using at the moment GitHub Copilot, but I am also planning to test Ghostwriter in the future. So if you guys are interested to get AI tools reviews, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Now let's go to PyCharm and give you an example how coding tools can help you increase your productivity. So I am going to write a calculator example for this video, and you can see I have a main.py file and which is empty, and the use case which I use coding tools is for testing, documentation, and writing code, and they are like really great. The only difference we have from coding tools than ChatGPT, I mean, you can also do these things at ChatGPT, but it's really not possible to copy all your code to ChatGPT. If you, so, if you are working on a project with 100 files, it's really impossible to put all these 100 files to ChatGPT for error resolution. Yeah, and coding tools can help you by understanding your code and yeah, generating the code which is like unique to your case. So first I create a Python file calculator. Let's say calculator.py. Here you have to first mention in the top what you want to do. So you can see down here on the right there is this icon which is GitHub Copilot. Now I go here and write a calculator class. Yeah, and then I do class calculator, and then I define some init function. So the starting part is difficult, but once you are done from here, then you can write. See, it automatically shows me some functions. If I only have to press tab, and then I can just change it the way I want. So number one, and I need two numbers, and I want to add them. So the result becomes number one and number two. I also want to do some documentation for this function. So you can see that it says add two numbers, a number one. Let's say first number, and then here we have the second number, and I want to return the addition of two numbers. And here I have my first function ready. Then similarly I can write a subtract function. Let's say sub, yes, and then number one and number two. And here you can see that I can just press tab and the whole function along with the comments is written. Similarly, I want to write a multiply function which is self. Then I have to just press tab and everything comes. And similarly, I can write a division function. And now I have my class ready, and as you can see that it's like really possible to write lot of code with just few simple taps. And now my calculator class is ready. I will add some description here as well, a simple calculator class and the init function. Yeah, and now it's all done. The only thing now we have to do is just call this in the main.py, and we have the ready. But now I want to show you how to do the documentation. So I am going to create a new file here, readme.md, and here I am going to first create a, let's say, description about calculator project. And here you get it. This is simple calculator project, automatically filled. And now how to use, download the project, run python calculator.py. So here you see it just it automatically changes it to like python calculator.py from the file, but I have not defined it in main.py, but I will. So normally you have to do little bit changing what AI is generating, but as you can see, it's very fast than doing it, writing everything on your own. Then follow the instruction and enjoy something like this. You can add few more points if you want. Give us a star, yeah, and follow our channel and like this video. Now I also want to, yeah, see and share this video. So it's learning from what I have written, not learning actually, but taking reference from what I have just written in line number 6. Next, I want to write about the functions that we have included in the calculator class. Yes. No, don't turn off the notification bell. Now we will write about the calculator.py, and then I am gonna write about methods here. So this is the main file of the project. Then we something like, let me just delete this and talk about the functions that we have here. Addition, and maybe I have to copy the first one, give me a minute. So this is the function that I am going to use, add something like this, and then I want to write functions. Add a comma b will give me something, returns the sums of a and b. Now subtract returns the difference. Then we have the multiply, and then we have the divide. So now you can see here that with this you can get everything, like your whole documentation becomes way easier. So if you have like 10 different files, you can just, yeah, list all the functions and all their use with just few clicks. Then the next one we are going to do is test this class. So the three use cases that I think you can use this coding AI tools is for testing, like writing the test cases easily, documentation, and writing the code pretty fast. Here I create another Python file. Let's call it test calculator, and then all we have to do is from calculator import calculator, then yeah, no, I don't want import unit test, I just want class test calculator. No, let's just do direct define test add, and then you see it calls calculator dot add, and it automatically writes in case. And if you want one more, I think, no, let's say 6 equal to this, and then you have the first, then you write for test sub 2, and you can see that it automatically writes this test cases and multiply. Then we have the test case for division. Now we have all the test cases ready, and if I just run this, then you can see that it's starting and which test case failed. So now you can see that I have fixed the error, and if I just click run Python test in test, click it, and then it will just run all the test cases and you can get the result. So your whole development can get way faster with the help of this AI tools. I hope you guys like this video. Then please consider subscribing to my channel and gives a thumbs up to the video. And you can now read the summary of a table difference between when to use this AI tools and the use cases that I'm using it in day-to-day life for my programming. Thank you.